Your boss won't listen to you. Your spouse doesn't listen to you. Your kids barely know you're alive. But here at The Fan, we love and appreciate you.
Just when we learn to appreciate what a huge wussy you are.
This is the show for the people, by the people. It's The Fan Call-In Show.
Presented by the ESPN Bet Sportsbook inside Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Here are the leaders of the Lunatic Fringe, Scotty Vegas and Ryan Baker.
Welcome into a special hour. It is the Call-In Show. It is your hour. Give us a call because we want to hear about your experiences at the Stadium Series yesterday. We had the honor, I'm Scotty Vegas with Ryan Baker. We had the honor kind of over the last couple months of giving away a lot of tickets on this show to the Stadium Series. And boy, did it deliver. And we want to hear from you because, again, anybody who is out there on campus, we believe that it was an absolute grand slam home run. We want to hear about your individual experiences. And Ryan, you are a diehard Columbus Blue Jackets fan. You've wanted the Stadium Series. You wanted the outdoor game forever. Well, you got it. I want to know if it met all your expectations.
It met all of my expectations and then way more.
Yeah.
And credit to you guys, the fans. And again, the phone lines are open, 614-821-9710. We want to hear from you. We'll talk about anything in the sports world, but obviously we would love to hear your experience with the Stadium Series yesterday, even if that series was experience was just from home.
Yeah.
Watching it, because we just want to know, because I didn't get to see the television broadcast. I was obviously there in person. I'm going to go back and watch that on ESPN Plus, and I'm excited to do so. But first things first, the fans, because I had no doubt that the fans were going to show up and they were going to pack the shoe, which they did. 94,751 people in attendance, the second most ever for an NHL game. I did not expect Lane Avenue to be the way it was. It wasn't quite a Buckeye football game, Scotty, but it was pretty damn close. And I did not expect that. We were doing shows out there yesterday, obviously, from noon until 5. And I was lucky enough to be a part of the noon to 3 show with Reeser and Tyvis. I did not expect to see that many people walking by us, that many people inside the Honda pregame behind us. We got off the air at 3 o'clock and we walked through that. There were lines wrapped around everything in there. It was hard to move around. I was so impressed with the way Blue Jackets fans, with the way Red Wings fans, we even saw people that came in from Canada for this thing, didn't have an affiliation with the team, show up for this game. I was just so impressed with you, the city of Columbus, last night. And then, God, the NHL. They did so good. They obviously came to town, did their homework on the city, on Ohio State, on Buckeye games, and they mimicked it all so well. Everything, the way they incorporated Ohio State and the Blue Jackets, it's never been done like that in this city. And we know the Blue Jackets and Ohio State have been pretty friendly here the past few years. Not always the case. Gosh, they've never had a collaboration like that ever. It was so good. Everything far exceeded my expectations, and mine were super high. And again, we want to hear yours, 614-821-9710. We've got some dining credits to the ESPN Sportsbook and Hollywood Casino to give away. We also have a $50 Visa gift card as well to give away to some of our favorite callers. So we want to hear about yesterday from your point of view, because it was magnificent.
So as someone who is down on campus for every single Ohio State home game for the last probably 13, 14 years. You're right. The atmosphere down there on Lane was incredible, and it was incredible early. I got down on campus at 8 a.m. to get things set up for our tailgate, and there were already people down there. There were people ready to go at 8 a.m. And then the actual party opened up at noon, and it just kept building and building. And it was very cold. It kept getting colder and colder and colder throughout the day. And it was incredible, the experience that the NHL gave to the fans And you're right, that little tailgate area was cool. They knocked it out of the park with the skull session, right? And then every little detail that they came up with, including the cannon stickers on the field.
So cool.
And for anybody who was at the game, and I can't wait to hear the experiences, 614-821-9710. I got a $50 Visa gift card we're going to be giving out this morning as well for people who call in. And here's the deal. Like, every single thing was thought of, right? The fact that you had the OSU marching band and they were interviewing the marching band director while they were playing Hang On Sloopy. Just every single little detail. Johnny Gaudreau.
I was going to say, we haven't even got into that.
Gaudreau being interviewed during intermission.
Their outfits.
And their outfits. Like, it was like you took every single possible detail and you figured it out and you did it all in one night in a celebration of the city, of the league, and of the franchise with the Blue Jackets.
It was so good. And we're starting to get some calls again, 614-821-9710. Guys, remember, when we bring you on, we're going to get your name. You're going to give us a school that you're representing. We're going to play a little sounder, and then you can get right into what you got for us. Let's start the day off. Let's go out to the phone lines. Let's go to Jack. Jack, good morning. You're on the Fan Call-In Show.
Yeah, good morning to you. Representing Grove City High School back in the day, but I mainly wanted to call in.
Yeah, go ahead, Jack.
Yeah, and obviously I don't live in town anymore, so I was only able to watch it online, but on TV, and it was just an outstanding broadcast. Everybody crushed it, but obviously that, and then taking the time with Meredith during the second intermission, great story there, and getting the behind the scenes. So, you guys crushed it on the pregame, so just great job all the way around.
We appreciate the call, Jack, and you're right. Like last hour on the Money, I was talking about how it was just it's a resume builder too for the city of Columbus as far as hosting enormous sporting events going forward. So maybe you have in mind, like, okay, I would love to have Columbus host this going forward, or host that. Whatever major sporting event you can think of. Like, Columbus can do it. Like, they proved it yesterday and what they were able to do. And to me, that was a resume builder for the entire city of Columbus, Ryan.
Absolutely, it was. And listen, this is the second time the NHL has been here. Well, the third time they did the draft here, and that was great. They did the All-Star game. That was fantastic. And this Stadium Series, this is something, Scotty, that me and I think a lot of people in Columbus are going to remember forever. I heard you last on the Money talking about the broadcast part of this, and I can't wait to go back and watch it.
Yes.
Because I didn't get that experience, at least. And I've heard that part of the experience that ESPN did so good as well.
So I thought they treated it almost like it felt like a Super Bowl. Like the coverage of it was, in my opinion, so good. Like from the aerial shots of the shoe to the interviews that Marty was doing. Like it was just so cool.
I did see he rode over on the bus with the team to St. John Arena, and that was pretty cool, it seemed like, as well.
From having Ryan Day and the Ohio State representative, like it was cool to have the trophy. Like it was just knocked out of the park. I believe it wasn't just the Blue Jackets who knocked it out of the park in the NHL. It was also ESPN, because that broadcast, and anybody who was there last night, one of the 94,000 people, go back and watch it. It is awesome. It is something that I absolutely will watch again.
It sure seems like everybody involved, honestly, knocked it out of the park. Let's head back out to the phone line. Scott, you're next on the Fan Call-In Show. What school are you representing?
I'm a Buckeye, Pickerington North, and a Blue Jacket.
Scotty has to go! Scotty's gotta go!
What do you got for us, Scott?
Well, I was there last night, and it was absolutely incredible. The NHL hit it out of the park. Ohio State hit it out of the park. The Blue Jackets did. But I think one that I took notice of was the Blue Jackets jersey with the cannon on the front. That needs to become our third jersey, or maybe even our first jersey. I mean, it's a buzz. Everybody loved it. The number on the helmet, I just thought it brought us to a whole new level. And it was incredible.
So it's funny talking about the jerseys. Thank you for the call, Scott. When I first saw them, there were things that I liked. There were things that I didn't like. The longer this process went along, the longer the more that I like them. You can see I've got a toboggan on right now, Scotty, or if you're watching on YouTube, with that cannon from the jersey on the front of it. The coolest thing about the jerseys to me were the captains and the alternate captains' letters outlined with the Buckeye State. That was pretty cool. But I loved the helmet that it had the big cannon on it. And then on the other side, it had the numbers real big because if you're at the shoe, you can be far away. That might help you. The other thing that I saw in person last night that was really cool, the numbers on the back seemed to have like some kind of, and I know the silver on the jerseys kind of had some kind of like sparkle or speck to them. Whatever that was on the numbers, it seemed like when the lights hit them, they popped more and they were super bright. So even from up in the press box at the shoe, it was super easy to see what number it was for the Blue Jackets. I thought that was pretty cool as well. I loved Daniil Tarasov's pads that he had made for this, Elvis's helmet. It was all pretty cool. So, everybody. A++++ for everything yesterday.
I know. It's like, and by the way, the game delivered as well. It wasn't a bad played game. It wasn't a boring game. It came down to the end. It was a little controversy. Like it was a game that was also entertaining. It wasn't just the atmosphere was amazing. It wasn't just that the broadcast was amazing. The game ended up really good. And very importantly, is the fact that it was a game that mattered, right? And when this stadium series came about and the planning for it was going to be early March, there's a lot of people that thought, okay, are the Blue Jackets going to be relevant in early March? And the fact that the Blue Jackets are in this race is awesome to see, and that it was an important game last night. Not just the atmosphere, not just the stadium, not just all the surroundings. It was also a big game, Ryan.
Yeah, it was a huge game, and it's what you'd expect for two teams battling for a wild card spot. And we keep talking about the wild card with the Jackets. They're 2 points from second place, actually, in the Metro. In the third place, the second and third are tied right now. That's Carolina and that's New Jersey. The Blue Jackets even have a game in hand on New Jersey. So they're 4 points behind New Jersey, but New Jersey's played one more game with them. I think we need to start talking a little more about the Jackets possibly surpassing this wild card if they can keep this run of good play up. 614-821-9710. That is the phone number. Plenty of phone lines open. Please call in. We want to know your experience with the Stadium Series yesterday. Maybe you want to talk Buckeye hoops. Maybe you want to talk Cavs. Maybe you want to talk about Will Howard in the NFL Combine. Whatever it is, 614-821-9710. It is your show. More coming up next. The Fan Call-In Show on The Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
Hi, welcome to IKEA.
Look at that selection of outdoor furniture.
Yeah, whatever your space or budget, you'll find a setup for outside.
How about an outdoor chaise lounge for my...
Get some sun side.
Yeah, and a table for my...
Come on over, I'm grilling side.
And outdoor lights for my...
Date night on the patio side.
Ooh, you're good.
I try. We've got what you need to create an outdoor oasis. Plus, delivery starts at $19 when you shop online or choose to pick up at your local store today.
Go to IKEA-USA.com for more details. Restrictions apply. Some products may require assembly.
This is a Craver service announcement. Stop what you're doing and get 10 cheese sliders for a new low price of just $7.99. Your choice of melty American, spicy jalapeno, or cheddar cheese. Only $7.99 for 10 cheese sliders. White Castle. Follow your crave.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Are you turning 65? Are you looking for Medicare Advantage coverage? Great news! The Ohio State Health Systems and Mount Carmel Health Systems are in our provider network. Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more. One of our licensed agents will answer your call. Call today, 1-888-76-AETNA. Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area. Participating healthcare providers are independent contractors and are neither agents nor employees of Aetna. The availability of any particular provider cannot be guaranteed. and provider network composition is subject to change. Other physicians, providers are available in our network.
When was the last time you had your plumbing inspected? Small issues such as tiny leaks or old water heaters can quickly turn into big problems if they're not caught early. Take action with Logan Services and schedule a free winter plumbing safety inspection to help keep your home running smoothly. Schedule your free inspection now and experience the fast, friendly service you've come to expect from Logan Services.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
We've lowered prices. You can save 15% or more on hundreds of items like Thomas Mini Bagels, Campbell's SpaghettiOs, and more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
All your favorite and least favorite fan shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 971 The Fan to the search bar and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
We're the land of the free and the home of the sunburnt, freckled fat guy.
Do it now.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students.
Open a money market account at Kemba Financial Credit Union and enjoy 4.40% APY intro rate until 2026. That's 6 times the national average. Get the flexibility you need with easy access to your funds. Don't miss out. Offer expires April 30th, 2025. Visit Kemba.org. Restrictions apply. Advantage status and $5,000 minimum and $1 million maximum deposit required. APY equals annual percentage yield. Comparison based on FDIC average. Federally insured by NCUA.
Uline is expanding in Ohio with a 1.4 million square foot building, and they're looking for exceptional people to get this location up and running. The company has seen decades of growth, creating a stable work environment employees can count on. Warehouse workers earn pay starting from $25 an hour, plus substantial bonus programs and great benefits. They also offer multiple shifts and schedules to fit your life. Check out current Aetna job opportunities at uline.jobs/Ohio.
At Metal Supermarkets, we're all about getting you and your crew to quit in time sooner. That's why our service is a cut above. You see, no matter the project, we'll get you to the right metal, shape, and grade. Cut to any size, ready real fast. And yeah, we'll deliver, leaving plenty of time for the important things, like opening an ice-cold can of aluminum. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience store for metal.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies for us today, and although we're a few degrees warmer than Saturday, we'll actually feel a lot warmer with the lighter winds not adding as much as a wind chill. Daytime highs topping out into the mid-30s, and then for tonight, expect skies to mostly clear and 23 for the overnight low. For Monday, increasing clouds throughout the day, so overall expect a mostly sunny to partly cloudy day with a chance of isolated showers, but warmer as highs get into the mid-40s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
If you're starting your day any other way, you're doing it wrong. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan. The Fan Call-In Show, presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The show that allows you, the sports fan, to be the star.
What a morning in the best city in the world, Columbus, Ohio. Gosh, we're all loving life right now. What a day yesterday was. We can't wait to hear from you. 614-821-9710. We got Zoran, Jason, Smith, Coltrane, Greg, and Eric on the line. We're going to hear from them in just a second. But just so you know, we got a $50 Visa gift card to give away.
Baby.
Maybe a couple of them. And they can be given away at any time on the call-in show. So just give us a call, 614-821-9710. We want your take. It could be about the Stadium Series. It could be about the Combine. It could be Ohio State hoops. Whatever you want it to be, this is your show. We make it happen. We're the point guards. You are the star. And let's go out to the phone lines and talk to Zoran. Zoran, I know you were at that game last night. How was it?
Hey, gentlemen. Great show. Thanks. I want to thank you for the tickets for the game last night. Plus, we had our own tickets with my boys, so I was there with my kids. We got there around 3 o'clock, stopped by the shipping container. I saw my brother Anthony Rotman and Mr. Jeff Rimmer. It was fantastic.
Yes.
We tailgated there. Game was great. Atmosphere was unbelievable. Seeing that Block O and the ice in it. And then when they did the Script Ohio, it was fantastic. The only thing was my toes were like a frozen cheese sticks and my fingers were like a frozen chicken nuggets. But at the end, it was all worth it. We had some Red Wings fans next to us, and I told the guy, I said, I hope we beat you 5-2 again, like in Detroit. And he's like, no, we will beat you. I mean, it wasn't 5-3, but I'll take 5. It wasn't 5-2, but I'll take 5-3, and hopefully we jump into the third spot on the list, so we don't have to worry about the wild card 1 or 2.
Yeah, Zoran, I love that. And listen, 2 points are 2 points. We'll take them any way we can. I'm glad that didn't go to overtime and give them a point there. Those 3-point games are the killers this time of year. But I love it. You know, my toes were frozen. My fingers were frozen. But damn, it was worth it. I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It was worth it. Hey, one question I want to ask you, Ryan, real quick, because I've been tracking these odds on the Blue Jackets to make the playoffs, and they've gone from plus 450 last week on this show we were looking at, and now they're plus 145. And I wish I had gotten the plus 450, but I am interested in investing some serious money on the Blue Jackets to make the playoffs at plus 145. Do you like the value on that?
I do.
Okay.
And here's why. Don Waddell has already said this team deserves more. He wants to add. You already got a trade deadline addition in Boone Jenner, and man, he's been great in the 4 games that he's been back. You're going to get another trade deadline addition here soon with Eric Branson. Maybe you get one in Yegor Chinnikov, so you're getting them from within. Sean Monahan maybe a little further away, but you'll be getting him back as well. And chances are, they're going to add a forward to this group to try to help out. Ooh. I love what we're seeing. And listen, every game, Adam Fantilli gets better and better and becomes more of that number 1 center type star. I mean, this team is just the future for this season and the next few seasons are extremely bright.
That's what I wanted to hear, Ryan. It is time to invest. Blue Jackets are making the playoffs. Ryan is making that declaration right now here on the Call-In Show. Next on the Call-In Show, we're going to talk to Jason. Jason, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you very much for having me. Can you guys hear me all right?
Absolutely. What school are you representing?
All right, perfect. So I want to tell you my day started with my son in youth hockey, scoring the game-winning goal, his first goal of the season, last home tournament. 1-4-3, got the Cappy for MVP of the game.
Yeah.
And then we proceeded to go to our second game, win 5-1, so we won our home tournament. And then we proceeded down to the Stadium Series, and I got to tell you, as cold as it was, our hearts were all warm with pride and joy for the day we got to spend. Script Ohio was amazing. Team played great. And thank you for having me on. I listen to you guys all the time. This is just fabulous. I just wanted to, preach out and just say CBJ because he plays for the Blue Jackets as well as his travel team. And so the Blue Jackets definitely represented from the youth to the professionals.
Well, Jason, next pregame meal on us because Cam is going to get your information. We're going to get you a $50 Visa gift card. Thank you for calling into the Call-In Show. We got more gift cards, so don't worry about that. 614-821-9710 is our number. But I love that. I love the story of the families going out together to watch us. And we saw a bunch of kids out there, and I thought that was really cool, Ryan.
Yeah, I got to meet a loyal listener yesterday, a little girl named Jessa. She was awesome. She's like, hey, I remember hearing your voice on the mornings, and it was pretty cool. So got to meet Jessa yesterday. That was awesome. Hey, speaking of youth hockey, by the way, there's a big game today. over at the Ice House, connected to Nationwide Arena. Olentangy Liberty is taking on Upper Arlington. That's why I'm actually wearing pants today. I'm heading over to the Ice House this afternoon to watch that game because I'll be calling the state hockey tournament next weekend. The winner of that game today moves on to the Final Four, the Frozen Four in the state of Ohio next weekend.
Heck yeah.
So that's pretty cool. These teams have played 5 times this year, Scotty. Olentangy Liberty has a 3-2 edge in this series, so it should be a great game. So the weekend of hockey in Columbus continues this afternoon. The Ice House is sold out, by the way, for that game. I was just going to go over and get a ticket. I had to get a media credential to go today because it is sold out.
It's a hockey town, baby.
It is. That should be pretty fun.
Let's talk to our friend Smit Coltrane. Smit, how are you? Welcome to the call-in show.
Pretty good, fellas. How y'all doing?
We're doing well.
Man, I appreciate the Visa gift card. I just got it yesterday.
Yeah, there we go.
So, 3 things, man. And my last question I'm going to ask you guys, I'm going to hang up and let y'all talk. Last night, that was a great sight to see. I've already posted 2 pictures of the Ohio Stadium hockey game. I should know more a little bit about what's going on, but I don't. But it was just a great sight to see that something like that in Columbus, Ohio was going on. And my second thought is on the basketball game this week. We got 2 games coming up. I think we can win them. That Nebraska game, like you guys said, is at 9 o'clock. I think we should maybe offer some free tickets, $5 tickets to pack the house out and get that win in Nebraska. And I think that win in Indiana, we could get it. You know, it's the last game of the season. I think we can definitely get it. And then if we get maybe 2 games in the Big Ten tournament, I think we got a good shot. My last question I want to ask you guys is, we're talking about the draft combine, right? I haven't really heard a lot about Lathan Ransom. I think Lathan Ransom, I was talking to some guys in the barbershop, and I was telling them in the season, I thought Lathan Ransom was a first-round guy. Everything I seen Lathan Ransom do, I saw the same things out of Caleb Downs. I thought Lathan Ransom was just as good as Caleb Downs, if not better. I'll let you guys go, and I'll let you discuss Lathan Ransom, but tell me what y'all think about him. Is he a first-round guy? I haven't heard anything about him, but he's always around the ball. I'm going to let you guys go and tell me what you think.
Thanks for the call, Smith Coltrane. We love you calling in every week. Let me start with Lathan Ransom here first. I think with a good combine, and I don't know if he worked out. I didn't see the numbers on him or whatnot. He could move up a little bit. I don't think he's a first-round pick. I think he's a mid to late-round pick. But I will say this. I think he has the ability because of his leadership and his experience, and he just seems like a guy that's a winner. And, of course, the devastating leg injury early in his career that kind of held him back a little from the start. Remember a couple years ago when the Rams drafted Jordan Fuller in the 7th round? And then that year, as a rookie, he was a starter for them on that defense and has been a key part of that defense since. I think that's what you could get in Lathan Ransom. This is a guy that you could get in maybe the 4th or 5th round. I'm not sure where he's projected to go, but a guy that maybe you're not expecting a lot from, but could jump in and start on your defense and be a cog. I don't know if he'll ever be a Pro Bowl type player, but a solid starter for you in the secondary for years to come. And then, Scotty, on the basketball part, man, if they get the shooting, it seems like they're good. If they don't get the shooting, there's a lot of little things in the game that they don't do, and that bodes bad for them. Obviously, you shoot well, you win games. But when Devin Royal and Junie Mobley are on, this team seems to go. If those guys aren't hitting shots, it can be a trouble. And listen, I've never understood if a place is having trouble selling tickets, isn't a $10 ticket better than a $30? Like, at least you're getting some kind of money. I don't understand that. Let's get people in there. 9 o'clock is late.
It does suck. A Tuesday, because I want to go and bring the family, but Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, it's just like a near impossibility. Like that does stink. Real quickly, 99 different bracket projections out there. 82 have Ohio State in at the moment. 17 have them out. Ohio State 2 bubble games this week, Tuesday night against Nebraska, and the next week against Indiana. Both those teams are on the bubble as well, so it is a bubble-icious week. It is also a week where we're going to continue on with the call-in show. 614-821-9710. Got another Visa gift card to give out. 614-821-9710. This is the Fan Call-In Show.
Back in the studio with a return visit from
Todd Schmeldt.
Todd, the last time you were with us, you claimed to be
the dumbest person in Columbus.
You're being really hard on yourself.
Not in the least. You know what I got?
I hate to ask.
One of them thermostats with the dial and the needle. Woo, woo, woo.
Maybe that's not modern, but not...
What am I? Eli Whitney, Elias Howe, Johann Gertis?
I don't know who those people are.
Those are old-timey people from the 19th century, and that's me. Outdated, like my silly old thermostat.
Okay, look, you're not the dumbest guy in Columbus. You just haven't called Apex Pros.
The pros who knows?
Those guys. Whether it's the latest technology, fixing your furnace, or a brand new system, they know all the stuff so you don't have to.
I don't have to know it all.
Nah, you just have to know the pros who knows.
Apex Pros. I'm not the dumbest guy in Columbus.
I didn't even know who Johann Gertis was.
Inventor of the gas-powered unicycle. Look it up, doy.
Okay, you don't have to be me.
No doubt about it. Columbus loves Apex Pros, the pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Roll Up to Win is back at Tim Hortons. We're rolling out great prizes like a 2025 Ford Bronco, $500 daily jackpots, Xboxes, and more. You can earn rolls with your purchase of an eligible hot or cold beverage and favorite breakfast item. A whole new way to earn rolls this year. Visit your neighborhood Tim's and download the app for great food and more opportunities to roll up to win. No purchase necessary. Tim Hortons app required. See rules on app for details. Entered by 3/23/25. Sponsored by Tim Hortons.
Never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. TNCs apply.
The only show where sports talk is eclipsed by food talk. Oh, nuts. Common Man and T-Bone.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
The Fan. Back to the show of the fans, by the fans, and for these crazy fans. The Fan Call-In Show, presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
And it is the Fan Call-In Show. I'm Scotty Vegas. He's Ryan Baker. But you are the star of this show. And Eric and Nate are on deck. But I did want to address, so Jason earlier in the show won a gift card, but he also wanted to bring up a parlay that he wants to put together. And it is Blue Jackets to make the playoffs and Cavs to win the Eastern Conference. Cavs to make the playoffs, the Blue Jackets to make the playoffs are plus 145. The Cavs to win the East is plus 270. You put those together, you can get 8-1 on the odds.
Our guy Nate has called in twice now this morning, and both times he's hung up. Nate, call back in and stay on the line. We want to talk to you. We want to hear from you. 614-821-9710 is the number. Greg and Eric, both of you guys have been holding for a while now. Let's go to Greg first on line 5. Greg, good morning. You're on the Fan Call-In Show.
Good morning, guys. I'm representing the OU Bobcats. I was at the game last night, thanks to the Fan. It was absolutely awesome. The whole atmosphere of the game, almost 95,000 in the shoe, the noise level from the fans, the lighting, everything about it was just absolutely awesome. I was surprised by how many Detroit fans came down. I don't know why, but I was. And the biggest takeaway I had from the game was, while I was there, was the fact of the timing. You know, walking to the stadium during the daylight, getting there the pregame before the daylight, and then dusk and the face-off, night, the lighting of the game. And I'm thinking, why can't we have more OSU football games at night? There's just something special about it. That was one of my big takeaways.
Greg, that is a great point, a great call. Glad that you could go enjoy that game. Thanks for listening and calling in. Scotty, I will say, And I was there a couple times during the day during this process, and I was there Friday when the Jackets practiced, and the Jackets practiced at 4:30, and then they had a family skate that went about 45 minutes, and then they had media availability. So you go in the dressing room, talk to the players. Boone Jenner, Zach Werenski, Dean Evison hit the podium in the interview room upstairs. And when we came out of that, it was dark. It was nighttime, and the Red Wings were practicing. And I was like, oh, boy, this is different. And there was a difference, and all of that looked great, and you've seen the pictures and whatnot. But there was just something different about that in the daylight and in the nighttime. And, man, it's the same with OSU football games, right? Like, when it's dark out, it just has a bigger feel to it for some reason. And I don't know if that's because we're trained with big games are at night, usually Monday Night Football, the NCAA tournament. Usually things are during the night because people work during the day. There's just something different about that feeling in that stadium at nighttime.
Well, and there's been so many people, rightfully so, that have been disappointed in the number of noon games. Look, there's a place for noon games. Akron, Youngstown State, those type of games. Michigan, as a tradition. Michigan, fine. But when you're playing 6 noon games in a row, you're really missing out on the experience, as you said, of the shoe at night. And look, I'm okay with 4 or 5 or even 6 games being at noon throughout the year. But we need to sprinkle in more of these night games, and it is a shame. I get the big noon, and that Fox wants these games in their time slot at noon. They're paying the big money. But, man, you're right. The shoe at night is special.
One more thing that Greg said, right? He said he was surprised by how many Detroit fans came down, and good for the Detroit fans that did come down. This is where the NHL and was it Don Waddell? I don't know, that talking about the tickets being sold in Columbus, and this is where they were off. There's a lot of Detroit Red Wing fans in this town.
Yeah.
If you've gone to Nationwide Arena over the past 25 years, there was no hockey in this town before 2000, right? So if you were a hockey fan, you had to be fans of someone. The Detroit Red Wings were really good. They were close. A lot of people were Detroit Red Wing fans. Pittsburgh Penguins, same thing. So there's a lot of people that bought their tickets in Columbus, that live in Columbus, that are Detroit Red Wing fans. And like I said, good on the ones that came down from Detroit to be a part of this game, because, listen, a sporting event isn't good if you don't have someone to cheer against, right, and root against. And that whole, you got to have a villain and the guy you're going against and opposing. And that's one of the things that's always made CBJ fans, at least, angry and dislike the Red Wings, is because when they came to town, there were just as many red sweaters in the barn as there were Blue Jackets.
Well, and going to see your team in the home arena or home stadium is great. But as a fan, I got to tell you, the experience of going to an away arena or stadium and coming away with a win, there is no feeling like that. Like, I've been to OSU. I went to Indiana to watch an OSU basketball game, and it's cool, and you get that extra juice from doing that and going on the road and watching the Buckeyes play in different stadiums and bowl games, and I've been to conference tournaments. It's extra special when you go on the road. And, all right, let's go back out to the phone lines. We're going to go to line 6 and talk to Eric. Eric, welcome to the Fan Call-In Show.
Scotty, Ryan, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Eric.
I don't have the dulcet tones that Greg just brought us, but I'm going to bring the excitement and represent the school of the casual fan this morning. So let me give you a little timeline. Feeding my 7-week-old son, watching the Four Nations Championship. Haven't watched hockey in a while. Saw the fights a couple of weeks ago. Okay, we're back in. Watching the final, going crazy. Thought we're going to win in overtime. We lose. That's okay. But they're showing the commercials for the game last night. Ohio State graduate. I live in Cincinnati now. I checked the date. I'm coming up to Columbus to visit my friends yesterday. Perfect timing. So we're driving into their house. I have you guys on pregame. You're talking about, like, hey, we're bringing the casual fan back with this. So I'll be honest, haven't watched a CBJ game all year until yesterday. I'm back, baby. Hook, line, sinker. We're watching the playoff run because of all this. ESPN, they did their job. The shoe, gorgeous. The Blocko around the rink. Can we talk about that for a second with the stripe and the buckeye? I mean, unbelievable. So count me in. Everything did its job last night. Let's go Blue Jackets. Stanley Cup or bust.
Eric, you just pumped me back up, daggone it.
I got goosebumps.
I love it. I can see it.
I got goosebumps.
That is awesome, Eric. I'll tell you what, let's give you a Visa gift card as well. Cam, make sure you get Eric's info there because we have a Jackets diehard back. He was a casual. He was on the outskirts, but he's back in, baby, and I love it.
And that's such a great call because there are so many casuals. Like I'll be honest, I'm a casual, right? And I've got a lot of friends who are casual. I'll go to a few games a year and I pay attention to them, but like I'm not like diehard like you. You're watch every second of every game. I'm like that for OSU basketball. You're like that for Blue Jacket hockey. But I'm in. I'm with our guy Eric there because as a casual, I'm in for the rest of the season. And that's what that day yesterday was about too. Like, yes, it was about the diehards getting in there, but you had the casuals brought back in to this season and introduced into how great this is.
They said they thought there would be 30,000 people yesterday there attending their first hockey game. I don't know if that's true or not, but it was cool walking in and seeing Tyvis, who had never been at a hockey game before.
Yeah.
See his reaction to all of that. By the way, you can head over to the fan on Twitter and you can see that video of Tyvis walking in for the first time. It's pretty cool. It's funny that you mentioned how you're an Ohio State diehard basketball, and that's how I was growing up. And I've kind of fallen off a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm wanting Ohio State to pull me back in to a diehard on the basketball court like the Blue Jackets have done with Eric here.
Yes.
I'm waiting for that moment to look at you. And you know I watch Ohio State basketball a lot. I pay attention to it. But I don't consider myself a diehard anymore. I want to be a diehard anymore like I was when I was 12 watching Jimmy Jackson or when I was 18 and 19 watching Michael Redd and Scooney Penn. I want that feeling again for Ohio State basketball.
Okay, let me give you an example. Now, this would not be to that level of this stadium series. I get it. But if Ohio were ever to get together and create an in-state tournament, in-state classic.
Sold.
Yes.
Do it. What are we waiting for?
Is the event that would bring the casual fans potentially back in. Now, of course, winning, getting to Sweet 16s again would do that as well. But if you're looking for a buzz for that casual fan, you need to develop a tournament where you have Dayton and Cincinnati and Ohio State and the best of the Ohio MAC schools get together.
Yes.
And that's how we could bring the casual back for OSU hoops.
And obviously it would be great to do it at the Shot, to have it here in town.
Move it around.
That tournament at UD Arena, oh my gosh, it would be off the charts.
Well, it's something that you should move around the state, right? Like that's something that one year that can be up in Cleveland, then it's in Cincinnati, then it's in Dayton, then it's in Columbus, and you can move that thing around the state.
That got my heart beating a little bit, just talking about that.
Would be interesting. Again, that to me would be what would move the needle for the casual fan to bring them back to basketball.
Gosh, I can't wait. I've been begging for that for a long time. That would be so good, especially, like I said, UD Arena is just something different for a college basketball game. You have this tournament in UD Arena, baby.
And we get teased with it, right? Like every 3 or 4 years, there will be a coach that says, oh, yeah, we got on the phone to talk about it. Or there'll be someone big in the sports world in Ohio that's like, oh, yeah, it's been kind of mentioned around. Oh, no. Get it done.
Could you imagine just this year, Ohio State taking on Dayton in UD Arena, and you get to see Zed Key with the finger guns again? That would be awesome. 614-821-9710 is the number. One more segment to go on the show today, and we have a line for you. Gary, you are on the line. Hold on. You are next on the Fan Call-In Show, 97.1 The Fan.
We're known for 3 things: games, conversation, and Common Man yelling about things only he cares about. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Military veterans and active duty service members, you could become a certified cyber warrior with just 12 weeks of training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, and IT pros with these skills often enjoy abundant opportunity and a great lifestyle. Protect our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. GI Bill, SkillBridge, and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
Next on Metro's Nada Yada Island podcast.
I almost fainted when the 4 new bombshells arrived. 4 free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G phones at Metro.
No way.
And finding out the 4th line is free. Oh, things got heated.
That's wild. Join Metro and get 4 free Samsung 5G phones. Only at Metro.
Plus tax. Bring 4 numbers and an ID and sign up for any Metro Flex plan. Not available currently at T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
We've lowered prices. You can save 15% or more on hundreds of items like Thomas Mini Bagels, Campbell's SpaghettiOs, and more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
What does living your best nonstop life mean to you? Cheering on your team at that big game? A music festival with friends? A family vacation? Or maybe a vacation from your family? Live your best nonstop life with low fares and nonstop flights only at Allegiant.com.
Non-stop flights from Columbus to Fort Lauderdale, one way for as low as $44. Must be purchased by 4/24/2025 for travel between 3/13/2025 and 8/17/2025. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Are you turning 65? Are you looking for Medicare Advantage coverage? Great news! The Ohio State Health Systems and Mount Carmel Health Systems are in our provider network. Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more. One of our licensed agents will answer your call. Call today, 1-888-76-AETNA. Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area. Participating healthcare providers are independent contractors and are neither agents nor employees of Aetna. The availability of any particular provider cannot be guaranteed, and provider network composition is subject to change. Other physicians, providers are available in our network.
Guess what? Our ugly faces are on YouTube. Search 971 The Fan and watch all your favorite shows. Laptop, phone, tablet, smart TV, we're everywhere. Bring us in the bedroom with you. Yes, The Fan.
Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, Jerry. You know, as much as I enjoy being a professional inventor, a few of my dream inventions still elude me.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Well, the bruiseless avocado.
Ooh.
The unlosable TV remote.
Could change the world.
And for you, Aaron, the uncloggable drain.
Get Eco.
Until you crack it, Jerry. You know our 93 or free drain clearing offer is the next best thing.
Okay. Explain yourself.
Get Eco.
Our drain team will clear your drain for just $93. If we can't clear it, it's free. And we guarantee it'll stay clear for at least a year, or we will clear it again for free.
Get Eco.
We'll even send our little robot camera down there to make sure you don't have a larger problem that could cause more trouble in the future.
Get Eco.
You think your guys could bring that robot over to my place and help me find that TV remote?
I think that's impossible even for us.
Get Eco.
Eco, plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is a dream come true for a sports fan. 2 massive TV walls with over 50 feet of screen will blow you away. Watch and place wagers on hoops, hockey, golf, baseball, the draft, UFC, and more this spring. The food's outstanding, and every seat is the best seat in the house. Over 30 kiosks means no wait on getting your wager in at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Uline is expanding in Ohio with a 1.4 million square foot building. and they're looking for exceptional people to get this location up and running. The company has seen decades of growth, creating a stable work environment employees can count on. Warehouse workers earn pay starting from $25 an hour, plus substantial bonus programs and great benefits. They also offer multiple shifts and schedules to fit your life. Check out current Aetna job opportunities at uline.jobs/Ohio.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Ever want to be a radio star?
It's all about the radio.
Or at least hear your voice on the air?
The radio's all yours now.
This is the show for you. This is the Fan Call-In Show, presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Welcome back in. Final segment of the Fan Call-In Show. It's been fun talking with you guys in your Stadium Series perspective, whether you were there or you were at home watching it. Love the call that we had from Eric. He's back in. He's a Jackets diehard, and I love to hear that. It's so fun. You know, as a Jackets diehard yesterday, I was like a kid on Christmas morning down there yesterday and going through this whole experience. It has been truly awesome. Just a big congratulations to everybody as they knock this out of the park. 2 more callers to go on the call-in show today. Let's go out to Gary first. You've been holding the longest. Gary, good morning. You're on the Fan Call-In Show.
Good morning. How are you today?
We're doing great. You got a school you're representing, Gary?
Actually, I represent Jonathan Alder Pioneers out in Plain City.
Tell me likey. Tell me what wingy.
Yeah, what I wanted to talk to you guys about was that game helped bring me back to liking hockey again and enjoying it because I am a casual fan. Our company gave out tickets about a month ago, about 100 to 150 tickets to come to a Blue Jacket game. And after that game last night again, it was just really great and got you really excited. One of the questions I have, and I have 2, is what is the NHL going to do now to kind of match that? Because that seems to be the pinnacle. And after that, everything else is just going to be lesser. And how are they going to reach that? And then my grandson had a question because when they started to fight last night, he asked me, hey, Grandpa, aren't you supposed to let them fight? Why are they stopping them? So do they actually stop it now, or are they doing it just because it was on national TV?
Gary, it's a great call. Thank you for listening. Glad that you're back now and you're hooked with this Jackets team. I don't know if the NHL can do anything to top this or match it. I mean, hopefully this will be something where they say, hey, we can have outdoor games at the Shoe more. I would think the next thing would be the actual Winter Classic, which is on New Year's Day. That would be the next one here, hopefully within the next 5 to 10 years. The fighting part of things, they will let them fight. If you go back and watch the Four Nations tournament, they did it right off the rip 3 times in the first 9 seconds. But they do try to get in there and break them up, as fast as they can if possible. But if they're actually going to go ahead and drop the gloves and fight, they will still let them do it. And nothing gets a crowd going like a hockey fight.
So real quick on the top that going forward for the NHL, I will say, talking to Jeff Rimmer yesterday, that the plan is for it to be back relatively soon, right? Awesome. So, Columbus had to wait a very, very, very long time to get their first game, knock this out of the park, and so they want to bring it back. Now, I will say, it's kind of special to not make it too frequent. Maybe it's a once every 4 or 5 year type deal, but I wouldn't want it any more than that. But as far as topping it, look, the NHL just had the Four Nations as well. So they have been knocking big events out of the park left and right.
Let's head back out to the phone lines for our final caller of the day. Brad, good morning. You're on the Fan Call-In Show.
Hey, guys. Good morning. I had a blast last night at the game. The wind made the walk back to the car much better.
A little chilly.
Didn't want to deal with that. But I had a question for Baker again. I'm not griping. Last week I called and I asked what you thought the Blue Jackets would come dressed as, and maybe you misunderstood me. I get that. Maybe I didn't ask it right. You said they already released the uniforms, but that wasn't the question. What do you think they would have come dressed as? We already know what they came dressed as, Johnny Gaudreau, but what do you think they really would have come? I thought would have been soldiers.
That's a great call. You know, I'm honestly not sure. That would have been cool to tie in with the Union Soldiers and the Blue Jacket, the history of the team. I would have guessed that they would have come in some kind of Ohio State themed jersey, or whether it be a football jersey or the hockey jerseys. Now, you have some guys on the team, some of your best players, Kent Johnson, Adam Fantilli, and Zach Werenski, who may not love that too much because they represent that's that team up north, obviously playing their collegiate hockey at the University of Michigan. But it was cool. I did get a little one-on-one with Adam Fantilli in the dressing room last night, and he said, listen, this wasn't about any of that. This was about playing for this city and the crest on my chest right now. Zach Werenski, after they practiced Friday, he was like, the rivalry and none of that matters right now. This is about 2 points for the Columbus Blue Jackets. And that was pretty cool. But I would guess it would have been some kind of Ohio State theme. They obviously knocked it out of the park with the tribute to Johnny Gaudreau.
Absolutely. Just an incredible day and night for the city of Columbus. The city was great. The fans were amazing. Blue Jackets organization, A+, NHL, A+. I think ESPN did a fantastic job with the coverage of the event, A+. All around, what an amazing day in our great city.
And A+ to all of you for calling in and talking with us. We'll do it again next Sunday from 11 to noon right here on The Fan. Hey, you know who else is going to do an A+ job for you?
Timmy May and Jeff Tito Thidoff.
That's right. And they're coming up next with Fan Sports Sunday on The Fan.
If you've recently seen a photo of an older Baker Mayfield fresh off a bender, it's just Bo Bishop. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
Bands are us when dreams sunk in. Bands are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
Bands are us when dreams sunk in. Bands are us.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code WEALTH to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WEALTH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code WEALTH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
That's the sound of a Mountain Dew. And that's you enjoying its refreshing citrus kick. That's a cool breeze suddenly whistling through your hair.
Whoa!
That's you realizing you're now on a mountain.
This is epic!
That's you stating the obvious. That's you stepping up to the plate. That's you winning your kickball game.
Yes! That's good!
That's you taking another sip of your... Do the do.
I'm Carl. I'm 68 years old, and I lost 40 pounds thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss. In looking at pictures, I realized that my color wasn't good. I looked bloated, constantly tired, out of breath. It got to the point where I decided it was time to pick up the phone and call Awaken 180. The combination of the diet and the coaching really pushed me over the top. My self-confidence soared. I'm walking. I'm working out. Instead of 68, I feel like I'm 28. I just had my annual physical, and my doctor looked at my blood pressure and he said, "What did you do? What happened?" And I explained that I'm on the Awaken 180 program. I've never felt so good in my life. And as somebody that sometimes likes to take the shortcut, I didn't have to do that with this program. Awaken 180 is my solution for weight loss.
Carl's solution for weight loss. My solution for weight loss. Scotty Vegas here. Lower blood pressure. Increased confidence. Feeling years younger. Want the same results? Then do what we did and make your own 180 at awaken180weightloss.com.